Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. As you can see, we have our fluffy bottomed helper in the way this morning. She will not budge. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do. Hopefully she will get enough attention here and move along. She's been up here for a half an hour and like refuses to budge. Don't bite. Usually if she starts biting, I'll move her. But she's biting me because she doesn't want to move. It's like a catch-22 with her. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, Chloe says hi. Chloe is our supervisor in the Jody Lewis Creations creative space. And when she parks her little fluffy bottom on the table, it's hard to get anything done. I know, she's protesting. You can sit in my chair. So I don't have all day. It's Sunday, it's Father's Day, I've got things to do. Okay, so I have my layout pretty much fixed. I phoned a friend, but you know, it's fine. They're busy. They're both out of town right now. I have our envelope. This is day 18. Oh, I just flicked a bead on the floor. And today we are going to use the envelope a little bit differently again. This is not rocket science. It's not anything super spectacular, but I just feel like I want to change it up a little bit on some of these bits. And I forgot to line this before I started filming, so we will definitely line it. I have just cut this, and according to how Tracy's got the design, you know what I mean? It's just cut. And I just already folded it. I just used a ruler technique again because of the direction of this to try to use it on the scoreboard. I just can't get it on there quite right. And on this one, the lines were a little bit dark, which I'm grateful for because of the design of this. What are you doing? She is, I don't know if she's playing with my hair or what she's doing, but I feel this on my back right now. Anyway, okay, so I lost my train of thought. She's distracting. She's a really good supervisor, right? Okay, so we are going to line one of these corners, and let's see, I had determined it was going to be this side so it could flip this way. It doesn't really matter, and I actually need to measure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3/4. So that might change my direction altogether with it. Because I had not put this on a page to measure it to make sure it was going to work. You can't see that page yet. I'm not done with it yet. Oh, I thought he'd gone to the barn. I guess he's still here. Okay, so no, it won't fit there. Okay, I may have just talked myself out of what I was going to do. It would definitely go on there. It could go on there. And it could be a flip out, and then we could decorate this page in some way. It could even... You guys, I seriously thought I had this all figured out before I started filming. Like, sorry. Okay, if I go like this, it actually could act as a belly band. It still has the envelope effect to it. We are still... Why is this folding weird? Feels weird. My corner is not very nice. Two-ish. Whatever. Okay. And we'll put that there. This can act as a flip out. Yeah, I think so. Although, well, we have a bride, and she definitely could go like as part of the monster story, right? I think so. We're gonna go with it on this side. Okay, leave that page open. All right, so I need to line this with something. Come here, tissue paper. I have this beautiful tissue paper. This is the only piece of this I have. I salvaged it from something somebody had sent me, and I love it. Like, I've only used it in the chicken journal because that was my, like, you know, a prized, it's a prized piece of stuff to work with. So I'm just going to tear a little bit here. That's got crackle paste on it, which would actually make it a really cool bit to use somewhere. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue stick on here and bring this in only far enough that it covers when we're closed up. I think that's probably going to be enough. Then let it dry. I don't have to let it dry. I can just come back and we can start like embellishing the page. So, oops, sorry. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a humdinger of a make because I had to trim the, I'm like, I used my beautiful tissue paper and I only have that one piece of this. This is what happens when you hoard something and then you use it. These are the things that make me go, but what if something happens? But use the things you love, because when you use the things you love, it makes your make that much more pleasurable for you. You're going to enjoy it that much more. And you know what I mean? So don't let something like this deter you from using the things that you love. Even though myself, I'm like, But anyway, I had to cut it. It was just going to be in the spine and I wanted it to fit on the page, and now it's going to be a belly band and a side tuck, which we have not done that yet with the envelopes. So, well, not in this journal. I don't even know if I've done that before, but regardless. Okay, so I have my wedding dress trim. I don't even know what I was saying in the first segment, so hopefully there's not a gap in communication here. It's been a while. One of the boys called Mark for Father's Day, and so he was talking, and I was just working and not filming because he was sitting in here. Okay, so these are appliques from a wedding dress, and I sprayed them with Rusty Hinge Spray Stain and Walnut Stain Oxide. Wow. Okay, so let me say that again. I use Walnut Stain Oxide and the Rusty Hinge Stain. Hopefully that flows a little bit better, but I did my stain first, then the oxide on top. Didn't really matter. I sprayed the appliques with water first and then did them. So these were the last of the few that I had in my bin here. I'm gonna have to go, I just took the wedding dresses up to the attic and now I've got to go up and scavenge for more appliques, but because I foresee some appliques in the Christmas process too. Okay, so that is not a flip. Now we need a tag for in there, and we do have this one left from the other day. Or let's see what we have that we've already made that might fit. I don't think, because I have that on the bottom there. Yeah, that's not going to work. It would almost work, but almost isn't good enough for me in this instance. So let's see. Will this one work? No. Oh, will this one work in here? Not really. Okay, they're too big. That's my problem. I made these so bulky. I can't find a home for them. So what else do we have? Oh, we have this. But that's not going to fit in there. But I just love it. It's so cute. Okay. Well, I'm gushing over things and I'm not getting anywhere. Oh, if you're using doilies, I had two. I thought it felt thick and I was like, I even glued it down and then I was like, oh, that edge is loose. I went to glue it, but then I realized I did have two of these. So if you're working out of a new pack of paper doilies, just make sure you get them apart, because if you don't, then you're going to end up with something peeling up and not being stuck to your page. Okay, so there's that. What do we want to put in there? I feel like we want something fun. I don't know. We still have a lot of places to add things in and make things. You guys are being so supportive about this journal and how big it is and how fun it is. I mean, right now, the way it's sitting, if I were to be a guessing person, I'm not being a guessing person because I already know. We are definitely at a 3-inch spine. And when I compress this, it really could be 2, but we are only, what is this, day 18? And we're not done with the makes. So I probably am going to do a 3-inch spine on this. I just still haven't decided if I'm going to do a hardcover or a soft cover. I just don't know yet. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to get this done in June because it's a lot. And I'm filming ahead for a reason. So Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to try really hard. And I've given up on the numbers. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. And I'm really behind on my tracker as well. I need to get caught up on that so I know where I am on the makes. Okay, so our actual day 18 piece, is made for today. We need to work on some of these other pages that I want to embellish. I don't have a really long time today to work, but that's okay. So let's see, is this one of the pages that I printed? I think it is. I know I said this before, but I love this drawer system that my mother-in-law got me. I have my daily makes in the envelope, and that made it super easy because these are not getting intermixed with all the other things that I had printed. So I know that this is only my daily makes in here. So I really like that system. These I was going to cut apart and put in here because they're getting to be, I've picked enough of them or cut enough of them off that now it's just starting to be like cumbersome to keep moving this around. So these can go in here, and it's just, it keeps your workspace a little more tidy. I am not a tidy crafter by any means, but I am finding that by trying to do things that are keeping my workspace cleaner, it's a lot more pleasant, shall we say. This is a stamped image. It's not really a digital. Okay, I'm looking for this werewolf page and just rambling, I know. And here we go. I have them all clipped together. Oh, there was another tag base too. Wait, what did I do with it? There it is. So let's see if I printed the werewolf page. I do realize I didn't print them all when I was reprinting some of them. I did. Okay, so this is going to be a play off of something I saw Corey do, creating with scraps. I will try to remember to tag her below, Corey Dahlman. And I really, really, really loved this idea. So and this isn't quite thick enough, so I'm going to have to back the couple of pieces that I want to use for this. Yeah. So let's see where we want to start. So if I take this piece off and then I back it and stabilize it, I'm going to put it on here, but I'm going to put a couple of eyelets through it. So let me get it stabilized and I will fussy cut it out, and then I'll show you what I mean and what she did. I thought it was a really great idea to add to these wonderful journal pages. Okay, so I glued it and I put just 2 layers of paper on the back of it. I just wanted to make sure it was sturdy. And while that was gluing, oh, don't lose your bits. Well, did I just say while that was gluing again? I think I did. Oh my gosh. While that was drying, I fussy cut this werewolf out and inked all around him and put him on the page. So he did look like this, and now I just like darkened him and brought him off that page. I thought about doing this one as well, but because that's going to be in the binding, in the binding. Oh my gosh. I've had my coffee, I swear. I don't think that it's going to do me much good. Ah, my goodness. Okay, so I have these split pens, and I need to have these in such a way that when I split them open, we're not going to see them. Yes, I know I'm doing it wrong. I always do these wrong. I usually end up hurting myself with them. But anyway, I want to not have my fingers misbehaving, and just get these on here, and then I'm going to put just like a piece of washi or medical tape on the back of them, and then we're going to glue it down and go from there. So I can't even see how that, does that have 2 arms on it? Maybe that's my problem. It does not. It only has 1. That's why I'm struggling. Oh, put it the right way. To see it, it only has 1, but that's okay. It's not really, it's just decorative for this side, so it's fine that it only has 1 arm. And then we'll just take a little bit of something, even just washi tape that we don't like. I'm sure most of us have that in our stash. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that across those pins just to hold them in place for when we're gluing everything down. Yeah. And then this piece will act as a tuck for us. On this page. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I clearly didn't cut that perfect, and that's okay. I mean, this is not, it's not about being not about being perfect, Jody. It's just about trying it and doing it. So Corey did this, and she just made some really cool pieces. I watched that video like a while back, but I just really loved it. So I could just glue the side, but I think I'm going to glue the bottom of this as well. Then we could do something. This is too big, but it's just going to hold something in there like that. I mean, we could even put our trick-or-treat plan in there, you know? Actually, that fits in there really well. Maybe we'll make that a card, or maybe not, because it's got their certificate on the back. And just put that in there as a bit of interest. So let's just do it. Okay, so I want to glue this side down. And I'm just going to glue around that corner a little bit. I'm not going to go the whole way along the bottom. I really don't think I'll be trying to put, there's a magnet. Oh, that's hilarious. So I fixed the issue. Remember, guys, I did the marital spat piece, and I was like, oh, I didn't put something in here to keep it closed or keep that closure in mind. And one of you suggested a magnet, so I was like, well, I'll try it. I didn't think it would work, but it did work. And that magnet's strong enough that it was catching my brad when I was working on there. So anyway, it's holding. So thank you. Yeah. Okay, back to our piece. What piece are we on? Oh my gosh. I should not stop in the middle of what I'm doing. Okay, so that's on there like that. That's going to hold. That's going to create a little tuck spot for us. I just brought, I feel like he's like coming off the page now since I did that. That was just on a whim while I was waiting on this to dry. I thought, wonder what would happen if I cut him out and ink around him, and I love it. What I can also do is I can cut this out and reinforce this and then put it over the top, and then that could be a top tuck. So let's look at doing that. And I'm reinforcing because I'm using 32-pound paper. If you're using a heavier paper, you don't have to reinforce. Or if you just don't feel like you need to reinforce your pages, then don't. I just do it because for me, I feel like it stabilizes my pieces better. And I don't have to be as ginger with putting stuff like in and out of the pocket. So that is just personal preference only. And, so you just do whatever you feel is right for your creativity. I do it because I feel like it makes me a stronger journal. And ideally, this wasn't really one that I feel like I would write in. And I don't know, I may end up putting this up for sale. I'm not sure yet. The only thing that would make me really hesitate is I've got my tic-tac-toe game in here and my vines and ladders game in here. But if you're following along Creep on June, then you will have known that I was playing with Tracy and Kirsten, and maybe that wouldn't matter. But anyway, so just food for thought there. So what I want to do is just cut around this. I will cut in here and then just have my photo corners. They'll have a little bit more interest to them. I will heat emboss those. I'm thinking I will probably use like maybe walnut stain on those. And then get this glued down as a piece. And then it would be, you know, it's going to just be a top tuck piece on here. And then we could have something out of there, which I think is a lot of fun. We have all these amazing ephemera pieces that Tracy created. And I just cannot imagine in the next 12 days, I'm going to end up using all of these. And so I really want to try to have this full of the fun, wonderful bits and use them. I mean, I'm still using pieces from last year's Creep on June. I still pick them out. And, you know, if you watched me do, the infirmary tale, which I have to finish, I just still have not gone to the cemetery to find his plot over there. And it's like we get a nice day, but it has just rained or whatever. Our weather is being super crazy this year. I am only going to nip where these photo corners are. Then I'm going to take my knife and just go along that straight edge, trying not to damage or get a wonky cut. Because I feel like if I try to do this, well, maybe it'll go. It's going to go. But anyway, so I have not forgotten about finishing, because we need to finish the story of Penny Billy. I just, like I said, the weather has just been crazy. Like, we went over to Mark's dad's last night and was talking to him, his dad and stepmom, excuse me. And we were talking about the weather, and it is just like, Mark had heard something say that June is going to be like the coldest June on record here, which... wasn't winter bad enough? Like, can we like have some summer, please? So it'll be nice when we get our bicycles back and our paddle boards back and be able to do the summer adventures. Yeah, because that's what we need. Okay. Oh, I just had that one piece that I got right there. I've got to trim that up. Okay. So I'm going to ink around this, and I'm going to heat emboss those photo corners. Actually, I'm going to heat emboss first and then ink, because that ink the embossing powder will stick to that. And I'm just going to, like I said, use one of the glazes and just highlight, these corners. I think that would be kind of cool on there. And then I'll be back. I might have squealed with joy when I did that. I'm just saying, because I really like it. I'm happy about it. And it really is just about playing. So it's not about, I know I said it a while ago, obviously not very well because I'm super tongue-tied today. It's not about perfection though. It really is just about playing and seeing what speaks to you in the moment of your creativity. I mean, is it something new to you? Are you like, I'm afraid to try? Try it. The worst thing that can happen is you have to figure out a way to overcome it or correct it, because it is just paper. So please don't be intimidated. Like I did on, what day was that? I think day 9, when I used all the inks and products on that tag and totally changed the way that it looked. I was so nervous doing that because I did not want to, in any way, shape, or form, take away from the beauty that is these designs. But in reality, they're digitals. We can print them again, right? So it's not detrimental. And in the scheme of things, we truly do use so little product on any one make that it is fine if you're like, oh, I have a whoopsie, I need to start over, then start over. Because even though in the moment you may be like, oh my gosh, that was a total failure. Was it really? Because I bet if you reflect, you will have learned something in that process. So it just really wants you to really, understand that it truly is just paper. I put my embossing glaze away and I wanted to emboss that. So just don't be hard on yourself. You need to be proud of yourself for trying something new. That is super important. I love those corners. It looks like I added new corners to that, and I didn't. I just glazed what was there, but it gave them texture and dimension, and I love them. Okay, I needed to do this. Then I'm trying to figure out what else I might want to do to this page. So now we have, this is a tuck here, and this is a tuck here. I think that's super cool. I'm probably not going to do anything else on this page. Or am I? if I did this one, put it over and just did it here. Oh, do I want to try it? I love him. I feel like he should be like, I don't know. I want to do something with him, but he's on the wrong side of the page for me to do what I want to do with him. So, and I'm not reversing the image. All right, so I need to go. I've got stuff I've got to do. I got stuff I got to do. We're going to go to the barn and work this afternoon for a little while. We've got some, I call them trash trees, growing up, and we really want to try to diminish them as much as possible. I don't think that's going to work, and I don't think it's going to work because of that clip. I really want that clip on there. Because I thought that would be like a fun little flip-up page, unless I just do it from the top and add a couple pieces of paper under there. What if we do something like that? So I can stencil or ink that, and then we can add a piece of some sort of paper in here. Just pretend I'm not using that. Well, I might, but, and then it could be like a flip up. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, and I gotta go. I got stuff to do. I just had a piece of this red trim here, and it just ties into the red of the text on the page, and it's messy, and I'm okay with that. I think I always have the option to make it smaller in the end, but it just adds a little text or texture to that page. I almost feel like I needed to do a second set of stitches to hold it down. So do I want to do that? I don't think I do. No, I don't want to do that, but I was thinking, I don't know. I just kind of like it. I don't know. It's weird, but anyway. And so then I'm just going to put some glue along the back top of this, and it's just going to act as a notebook. I'm going to go crazy with that glue bottle. I've thinned it again, you guys. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it now because I'm tired of fighting with it. And there's quite a bit of glue left in it, so I'm like, oh, what to do. Okay, so I want this to line up with the words on the page. That matters to me. And hopefully I've got it pretty darn close for where it's supposed to be. And then it's going to lift up and be like additional journaling space if, you know. So it's going to lift up, and you've got a couple sheets of paper and then just the image under there. Okay, so yeah, so we have something that we need to put something in here, and we need to put something in here. And that is another tip I tell you, and I've told you in another video, if you're not sticking something in a pocket in the moment, just stick a scrap paper in there so that you remember that you need to put something in that pocket, you know, otherwise you end up with a lot of empty pockets in your journal. I've done it, I know. Okay. And I still want to come through on these actual digital pages and put some trim down the edges of those just to extend them. I just haven't gotten that far. And now that I'm starting to actually embellish those pages, I need to get that done because I think that'll add some nice fluff to the edge of the pages and extend those pages a little bit. I just didn't think this through when I did all of my pages, and now it's just too late, and it's one of those things that we have to overcome. But I like the tab sticking out here, and, you know, we'll have something sticking out here that will have, you know, probably trim at the top of it or whatever, sticking out the side there. And same with the other signatures as well, is I just need to sit with a roll of black trim and add to those pages so there's some uniformity throughout with those. And I also have to even these signatures up. Like you can tell some of them are thicker than others. I keep working. I feel like I just keep working in this one, which is kind of interesting. But it'll balance out. We still have time. Okay, well, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, thank you for the wonderful, kind comments. I really appreciate you guys being here. For everybody who's new to my channel and push the subscribe button throughout the month, thank you so much. Hopefully you will enjoy the non-creepy things that I make. And just thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, I will see you in day... Oh, words! I almost forgot words. Words. No. Yes, this is 18. I will see you in day 19. And just so you guys know, for reference, today's the 15th. So I'm like, what day is this? Okay, so we have today's the 18th video. So we need 2 words. And our 2 words are midnight and telltale. Midnight and telltale. Okay. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for being here. And do remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.